Hi everyone, in this video we're going to look at stickies, okay? That kind of, see this arrow down the bottom here? It's a pre-made animation that is done inside of Canva, okay? And we can get it, we can figure out what we can change, what we can't change. And if we don't have pre-made ones, we can get this thing to wiggle about, okay? You can take inanimate objects, add some motion effects to it, and in our case, get it to jiggle around. Let me show you how to do that. All right, let's start with stickers. Let's go to Elements and let's scroll down to your Find Stickers. Okay, let's go to See All and let's have a look at the arrow stickers. There's a bunch in here. What you'll find is that there's not a huge amount in here. I thought there'd be more. Often what people do, they'll add stickers via the app that they're using. Okay, so maybe Instagram or whatever app you're using on your phone will have a lot of kind of stickies as well. Let's have a look at the arrow ones. Some of them, like this one here, this Pro one, you can't control the colors. You can't control the timing either of these animations. They're kind of just fixed. Okay, things you can change, like this arrow here. Okay, this arrow has some color changes in it. Okay, so I can go through and pick a kind of off-white there. Okay, but in terms of the timing, I can't do a lot to anything else in here. So let's close that down. They're annoying. You can obviously rotate them. You can't play around with timing. I can scale them. Okay, and you can't do the timing within the animation, but you can do the timing with the timing that we've already learned. So we can go down here and say, actually, let's show timing. This one here doesn't even have a name. Okay, it doesn't know what to call this thing. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And I want it to be kind of, I want it appearing here. Okay, and I can add the effect like I did before. So with it selected here on the page, I can say I want to animate you, and I can say, actually, let's look at, rather than just these animations, there's these other ones down the bottom here, okay, called motion effects. They're kind of similar. They're more, I don't know, they're kind of like a group of effects together. I don't know why they separate them, but they do. They have motion effects, okay? I like the wiggle one. I like the pulse one. I like the flicker one. Okay, you can decide. You can animate the whole thing, but you can't change the animation inside of stickers. You got it. What you can do though is, let's say that we do want to add something that's not a sticky and animate it. That's where those animation effects come in handy. Let's say that I like looking for the thing like blob. Okay, if I type in blob, you can get some interesting, let's have a look at the blobs. You can find a free one. I'll use this one here. Okay, it has the colors, so I can go and change those to brand colors. But the cool thing about it, it is not animated. Okay, so I want it down kind of over here-ish. Actually, I'm going to get mine to appear a little bit later in my animation. So you're going to appear after all of this and the kind of don't miss out part. And what we can do though is, with it selected on the video, is we can go to animate, go down to those motion effects, and something like wriggle can be quite interesting here. Let's give it a play. You can see kind of turn something that's not a sticky or an animation into an animation by giving it some of these motion effects. The other thing you can do is, let's hit pause. I'm going to go there, add my logo. You might have to copy and paste yours if you're on the free account, okay, from a different document. I got my brand kit. Here's what you can do is you can say, all right, you two guys, I'm gonna grab this back one, which I've added the wiggle. I'm gonna go into wiggle and say, down the bottom here, I'm gonna say, wiggle, and I had to click it again to get remove animation. Normally that's appeared there. Anyway, I had to click it again to go remove animation. And what I can do is I can group these two. Okay, Command G, Control G on a PC, then wiggle them. And I'll show you this just because you can obviously get things to animate together. Okay, if you group them. The other thing you can do is, if you've grouped stuff, okay, there's something interesting about that. Anyway, is you can actually separate them in here just to see what's in the group. Okay, toggle them in, toggle them out if you need to select on one and not the other. And obviously you can right click and ungroup them. There you go, just a quick one. There are pre-made animations, okay, in stickies, and you can get things animated yourself, okay, that aren't naturally animated by adding motion effects to it. All right, that is it. I will see you in the next video.